digital world. Catching cheaters, Newtown style. It's all about precision and making sure everyone plays fair in this digital world. Catching cheaters, Newtown style. It's all about precision and making sure everyone plays fair in this digital world. Catching cheaters, Newtown style. It's all about precision and making sure everyone plays.
All right, Ryan. Here we go. All right. Here's the nice fireplace in a warm setting. That's where I'm getting at here. So, welcome to Chit Chat Time with Shushu's Flat. I am going to do this Bible reading scripture, and I'm going to try to do it every single day. I don't know how health-wise I'm going to make it through, but I'll try to be there as many times as I can. So, we'll see how that goes. And if you liked what I'm doing, go ahead and come on in, and on most of my channels you can follow the button, hit the follow button, and on Trovo you can be a member. And YouTube, all you gotta do is hit the subscribe button. That's free, you know. And like and share, that's free also. You don't have to pay for that. So that's a good thing. Let's see here. Rumble, I'm monetized on that already. So come on into Rumble, and you can gift me, you can subscribe to me, whatever it takes to, you know, whatever you like to do. That was great. Hold on 1 second here. Cup of coffee here. My voice is a bit dry tonight. I did go to church this morning, so that's good. Let's see here. Trovo, YouTube, Rumble, and Kick. You can also subscribe on Kick too. And while you're there on Kick, scroll down and be sure to go to my merch store. I got about 10, 20 items there. That's very worth checking on. And within that, you can also tip and donate to it also. So that you guys can do. It's a very organized thing. I am working on my membership page. So hop on that Shushu train. Go to the express lane in the Shushu Express train and get what you want. So, I might sell some Bible stuff. I don't know how to do that. You know, we'll see how I can figure that out. But, yeah. And, well, here we go. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to start on the 1 year plan. It's in the YouVersion Bible app. And they have a few programs that you can sign on to. So I signed on to the chronological one. So it's a good app. You can download it. It's free. And they just celebrated 2 billion downloads. And all the singers were there. Some of my favorite ones. Steve Green was there. Lauren Daigle was there. She was my favorite. She is my favorite singer. Just some of the real cool singers that were there. It was just an awesome service. And it is in the YouVersion app. You just gotta look for it. Celebration. Just look that up and you might be able to find it. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and start while my 2 cats are fighting. Oh well. You're okay, Noel. She just won that one? Wow! Very rare thing, she caves into her younger sister. You're okay, Noel. No, she's a little upset. Pearl is getting a little bit bigger, and Noelle is just her own size. Alright, here we go. Genesis chapter 4. Cain and Abel. I really don't want to go through this one because I know it already, but here we go. Alright, Genesis 4 verse 1, and I'm going to try to repeat the verses. Pearl, what are you two girls up to? I don't know if I like that or not. Sorry, my nose is stuffed up. I'm pretty sure it's the weather. There's a lot of sickness going around, so I'm still trying to stay healthy through this entire flu season. So it's January. If I can make it to February, I'll be happy. All right. Whew. Man. My nose just feels so stuffed. All right. Genesis 4. 1, and it's about Cain and Abel. And Adam knew his wife, and she conceived, and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep. Haha. Let's pay attention to that part of it. So, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And let's pay attention to that too. There's two coins on the sides here. Let's see here. And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. And Abel, let's see here, 4 verses 4, and Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock, and of the fat thereof, and the Lord had respect unto Abel, and to his offering. But unto Cain, to his offering, he had not respect. And unto Cain, and to his offering, he had no respect. And Cain was very wroth, angry, and his countenance fell. And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth? Thou shalt not be accepted, and unto thee shall be desire, and thou shalt rule over him. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him. Here it is, the world's first murder. And keep in mind, there were no detectives back then. There were no forensics team to figure things out like we have today. So this is all back in the day. So, alright, moving right along. Whoa, how was that? Alright, verse 9, Genesis 4 verse 9. And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel, thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? Verse 10. And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. Alright, and see here. Verse 11. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. Verse 12. Then thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day. That's verse 14, by the way. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth. From thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that every one that findeth me shall slay me. And the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord said, Mark, son of Mark, Cain, lost, and finding him should kill him. Alright, and here we go, verse 16. Chapter 4, verse 16. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord, and dwelt in the land of the Nod, and on the east of Eden. Yep, that's kind of... Yep, keep an eye on that one. And verse 17. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived, and bare Enoch. And he built a city, and called the name of the city after the name of his son, Enoch. And unto Enoch was born Irad. And Irad begat Mahual, and Mahual begat Methuselah, and Methuselah begat Lamech. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, looks like 5 Kates to me, 5 or 6 maybe. Probably 5 from the sounds of it. And Genesis 4:19, and Lamech took unto him 2 wives. The name of the one was Ada, and the name of the other Zillah. So, and here you go, another family tree sprouting. And Ada bare Jabal. He was the father of such as dwell in tents, and such as have cattle. And his brother's name was Tubal. He was the father of all such as handle the harp and the organ. Ooh, how cool is that? And verse Genesis 4:22, and Zillah, she also bare Tubal Cain, an instructor of every artificer in brass and iron. And the sister of Tubal Cain was Naamah. And Lamech said unto his wives, Ada and Zillah, hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech, hearken unto my speech. Sounds like a king. For I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my heart. If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 and sevenfold. 77. Okay. They got it. Genesis 4:25. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son, and called his name Seth. For God said, she hath appointed me another seed instead of Abel, who Cain slew. And to Seth, to him also there was born a son. He called his name Enos. Then began men to call upon the name of the Lord. Okay. Alright. And the next chapter. Let's see here. Adam's descendants. Oh boy. A lot of begats coming. Yeah. That's the hardest part in the world of the Bible reading, off with all the begats. Hang in there with me, guys. I'm going to do this, alright? Alright, Genesis 5, verse 1. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that God created man, in the likeness of God, made he him, male and female, created he them. Alright, he said that in Genesis 1. This particular verse. Genesis 1, 2, Genesis 5, 2. Male and female created he them. Blessed them called their name Adam in the day they were created. Alright, 5, 3. And Adam lived 130 years and begat. Wait. Okay, I did read that right. 130 years and begat a son in his own likeness, after his image, and called his name Seth. And the days of Adam after he begat Seth were, holy moly, 800 years. So 130, 800, that's about 930 years right there, almost 1,000. And he begat sons and daughters. All the days that Adam lived were 930 years. And he died. Now we gotta get used to that part of it. Alright, verse 5, chapter 5, verse 6. And Seth lived 105 years and begat Enos. 5:7. And Seth lived after he begat Enos 807 years. Wow. And begat sons and daughters. In verse 8, 5:8. All the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. Wow. And in verse 5:9, Enos lived 90 years and begat Canaan. Verse 5:10, and Enos lived after he begat Canaan 815 years and begat sons and daughters in all the days of Enos, and were 905 years, and he died. Yeah, almost 1,000 years, man. That's just a long time. And to think that you could still talk to God back then, and you live 1,000 years for that. Wow, man, that's incredible. So to them, I'm just a puppy, a young puppy. Even though now, I'm half over. So I'm in my midlife crisis year. I'm 56 going on 57. Genesis 5, verse 12. And Canaan lived 70 years and begat Mahalaleel. And in 5:13, and Canaan lived after he begat Mahalaleel 840 years and begat sons and daughters. And Genesis 5:14, and all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died. Okay, Genesis 5:15. Excuse me. Spaghetti and coffee. I think I swallowed a cat hairball. And Genesis 5:15, and Mahalaleel lived 65 years and begat Jared. I have a nephew named Jared. And then there's Jared Goff, a quarterback for the Detroit Lions, that is. And 516, and Mahalalel lived after he begat Jared 830 years and begat sons and daughters. 517, and all the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, and he died. I knew this was going to be a little winded. Genesis 5:21, and my favorite word in the whole Bible, next to Jesus. And his name is called Enoch. Yay! Why do I like him? Because he lived according to what God wanted him to live for, and he obeyed his rules. And everybody else said, yeah, I want to do my own thing. So we'll just pay attention to that part of it a little bit later. Alright, for Genesis 5:21. And Enoch lived 65 years and begat Methuselah. Keep an eye on that one too. And in Genesis 5:22, Enoch walked with God. See there? And Enoch walked with God after he begat Methuselah 300 years. 365 years were 365 years. I just said that after doing the math. Genesis 5:24, and Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. So wow, man, what do you know about that? I don't know how he took him. I really don't. What's in there? Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, maybe I just do something like that. Oh yeah, that works fine. That's perfect. Okay. That's my favorite part of the whole Bible right there. Let me, no, I didn't say that. No. Oh boy. No. There we go. Got it. Okay, I have it underlined in my Bible. Alright, in Genesis 5:23. This is kind of cool too, I'll show you. You can do it that way, and you can have a whole bunch of colors up there. Just touch. And all those colors show up. Alright, let's go. Let's move on here. Put it right back up here so I can see it. Genesis 5:25. And Methuselah lived 187 years and begat Lamech. 5:26. And Methuselah lived after he begat Lamech 7. Where did I see that? 782 years. And 5:27, all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. Wow. Nearly 1,000 years. And Genesis 5:28, and Lamech lived 182 years and begat a son. Imagine waiting for 180 years to have children. I'm only 57, so you kind of get where I'm coming from there. Yeah, I'm single still. But don't tell all the ladies, okay? My poor apartment will be over flooded with them. I will be sitting there scratching my head. Alright. Who do I pick? Genesis 5:28. Aha! Here's another very important part of this. And I'm not going to spill the beans on this one. Hello there. Genesis 5:28. And Lamech lived 182 years and begat a son. And he called his name Noah, saying, this same shall come for us concerning our work and toil of our hands. I saw that, Pearl. Because of the ground which the Lord hath cursed. Genesis 5:30. And Lamech lived after he begat Noah 595 years, and begat sons and daughters. Did my hearing aid just go out? Oh boy. I just love these hearing aids. My hearing aid battery just ran out. Fortunately, I'm not playing Black Ops right now. That's a blessing to me. And I can still do this while I'm reading the scripture. And all the days of Lamech were 777 years. Ooh, 777, my perfect number. And yes, that is one of my favorite numbers too. And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begat Shem, Ham, Japheth. What happened? I'm not really sure. But, oh boy. There we go. Alright. Come on now. Come on now. Now, we're going to move on to 1 Chronicles 1 and chapter 1, verses 1 through 4 in the King James Version. And okay, let's see here. 1 Chronicles 1, verse 1. Part of Adam's descendants. Well, this is what they say in here, in the chronology. Official list, Adam's descendants. 1 Chronicles 1:1. Adam, Sheth, Enosh, Kenan, and 1 verse 2, Kenan, Mahalaleel, Jared. So there's 6 men right there. And verse 3, Enoch, not Enoch, but Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech, and verse 1:4, Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. 3, 6, 9, 4, 9 and 4. Oh boy, 9 and 4, 9 and 4. Let's see here. 13. Right. I could be wrong on that. Okay, what time is it? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I gotta wait until 9:18 to put my 1 through 4. Okay, and I just read that. So that was a part of that. That's a lot, I'm telling you. Wow. So, Hey, I read it. I'm having a little technical difficulties here. There we go. Okay. Yo-ho! Off to Bel Air, where Will Smith lives. Ha ha ha. Alright, on to Genesis 6. And here we go. See, how do you like that? I read 4 passages in just a little time. So, yep. Ooh, you're gonna like this part. Okay. Genesis chapter 6, verse 1. Let's roll. And if I don't feel well, this also has a computer that it can read to me. So I might crank up the volume and the microphone close to it. You may be able to hear that. And I might use that to my advantage when I'm not feeling so good. So let's rock and roll here. How should I do this? Good girl, Noelle. You gave her the first tear on her cat tree. I appreciate that. Although you did lose to it. Alright. Genesis 6, verse 1. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that, in verse 2, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair. Alright, here we go. Here we go. This is going to be interesting. Oh boy. Alright, here I go again. Alright. Oh, here we go, AI map. Bye. That's not picking that up. It should be. Yeah. But I might as well do this too. So, you don't like it, you don't have to be here till I play my games. So, that's up to you. This is my choice. Alright. Yep. Alright. I'm just going to keep on going. Genesis chapter 6, verse 2. And the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair. They took them the wives of all which they chose. 6:3. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. And 6 verse 6. There were giants in the earth in those days. And also after that, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. Genesis 6, 5. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his hearts was only evil continually. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth. And it grieved him at his heart. In verse 7, and the Lord said, I will destroy man, whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me that I have made them. Genesis 6 verse 8. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. That's why I said earlier, be watchful of this name. 6:9, these are the generations of Noah. Noah was just a man, was a just man, pardon my language. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations. And Noah walked with God in Genesis 6:10. Noah begat 3 sons. I happened to mention them a little while ago. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And 6:11, the earth was corrupt. That word sounds very familiar for some reason. Namely the Democrats. And maybe some of the Republicans. And maybe some of the independents who are in there too. The earth was also corrupt before God. And the earth was filled with what? Violence. Genesis verse 6:12. And God looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. And, alright, sin is still sin, right here. And, Genesis 6 verse 13. And this is called, part of this, the ark. And God said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Genesis 6:14. Because that looked like 11 to me, but it's 14. Make thee an ark of gopher wood. Rooms shalt thou make in the ark, and shalt pitch it within and without with pitch. Genesis 4:15. And this is the fashion which thou shalt make of it. And the length of the ark shall be 350 cubits. The breadth of it, 50 cubits. About 500 feet. About 530. And in verse 6:16, a window shalt thou make to the ark, and in a cubit shalt thou finish it above. In the door of the ark shalt thou set in the side thereof, with a lower, and with the lower, second, and the third story shalt thou make. Wow, 3 stories. And Genesis 6:17, and behold, I, even I, do bring a flood of waters upon the earth to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life, from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die. Genesis 6:18. But with thee I will establish my covenant, and thou shalt come into the ark, thou and thy sons and thy wife and thy sons' wives with thee. And verse 16-19, and of every living thing of all flesh, 2 of every sort shalt thou bring into the ark, to keep them alive with thee. They shall be male and female. Genesis 6:20. Of fowls after their kind, and of cattle after their kind, of every creeping thing of the earth after his kind, two of every sort shall come unto thee to keep them alive. 6:21. And to take thou unto thee all food that is eaten, and thou shalt gather it to thee, and it shall be for food for thee and for them. 6:22, towards the end of the chapter here. Thus did Noah according to all that God commanded him. So did he. Alright, that's awesome there. That's all for tonight's chit chat. I didn't see do that. Alright. Sweet. Alright. Get that off. And I will be back. I'm gonna end this. Guys, hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to do that probably pretty much every single day. And I'm going to try to stay on track. This will kind of help me look forward to it. Alright. I'll be back for the video gaming.